Ladies and gents, Ascended upgrades are back, this time with a brand new update. So just for those out of the loop, this is a mod that basically allows you to have infinite upgrades on a tower, either by increasing its strength, aka damage, its speed, aka attack speed, or force, aka pierce and range. In the past, those upgrades only provided those things, but now they have more than just damage, pierce, and attack speed. So to go over each of them one by one, strength now also increases the cash generated by the tower, aka works on farms. Let me just show you, for example, no upgrades, the Wall Street makes $91. But now let's go ahead and buy, like, let's say 5 strength upgrades. Now we're making 126. On that same vein, speed increases the production speed of the farms too, on top of increasing the attack speed buffs given by the tower. So if I just go ahead and do this, it'll still be making 126, but in way more ticks than before. And lastly comes Force, which is another buff to farms, only in capacity though. So right now the max capacity is about 12.5k, but if I buy a couple Force upgrades, you can see now we can go up to 20,000 with 6. So in essence, you can boil down that part of the update to just simply, it works with farms now. However, again, I did mention, like, any buffs being given also enhances the potency of it. So for example, if I do jungle drums, then that 15% attack speed buff will now be even higher the more strength upgrades you get on it. Attack speed, ascended speed actually. However, there is one thing that I haven't mentioned yet that did get updated, and that is just in general how the ascended upgrades works. In the past, it used to be multiplicative, but now it's been changed to additive. This is because if you saw, once you got a certain amount of ascended upgrades, the game just wins. You win BTD6, essentially. Pretty much 50 upgrades to something would allow you to beat infinite rounds, and as fun as that is, we're not taking the fun out of everything, but I think it's just more fun if things aren't, well, completely bonkers broken. Essentially, we're exchanging one kind of fun, aka the OP fun, to a different kind of fun, like, this is challenging kind of fun. Plus to compensate, since farms will work again, we can probably make an insane amount of bank with, like, a tier 5 farm, even if maybe some of the upgrades aren't efficient. But that allows us to have more money, so I should be able to get more upgrades, especially since they did decrease, at least by default, the amount of cash increase, the cost of the ascended upgrades from 1,000 per upgrade to 500. So now we can afford more upgrades without completely destroying our, income. So I think the only rule I want to set myself for this run here is limit the amount of towers I place on the field, because it might get a little bit chaotic if I have so much stuff. And you probably won't really see much of the ascended, the ascended upgrades in action if I go for a bunch of them, and then only buy like one upgrade in each one. We'll try to power one as much as we can. So that also includes limiting the amount of farms. So I guess this farm up here will eventually be turned to a B Central at some point. For now, we'll have to play the waiting game, though, and this Dartling gun, I guess I plan to turn into Ray of Doom. It kind of goes without saying here that ascended upgrades work better when the tower you're ascending has a high base cost, because it's the same $5,000 across every tower. You definitely don't want to spend 5k on like a 10% attack speed boost and something that costs like 20k. Better off doing that with a tower that costs like 80k or 100k, like Ray of Doom. And Ray of Doom is just in general good against balloons and mobs, so we can probably solo, quote unquote, with that. Alright, don't mind me cutting all the fluff out. We have enough money now for, I believe, the Banana Central if we sell the central markets. Now, what's stupid is that on this modded map here, I cannot place a flavored trades on the water. This game doesn't even make sense anymore. Alright, sell, and there it is. So, it's definitely efficient. 10% means each upgrade right now is only worth under 5% of the tower, and we get a 10% boost to it, so what's not to like? Every single upgrade we buy, by the way, will slowly become, well, less than 10% potency, because, well, 1.1 to 1.2 X production is, well, I don't have a calculator right now, but that's a little bit less than 1.1x the money, 1.2 over 0.1 to be exact. I think we should evenly upgrade strength and speed. Actually, I'm not sure how they round speed, because I think the Banana Central only drops 5 banana crates per round, so I don't think they drop 5.5. So I think if I want to go speed, I should do 2 at a time. Let me just see. I count 5 this round, so no, 6. I think that was 6 guys. Well, in that case, then I think I'll skip from 1 speed to 3. But for now, let's go for more strength. So you saw 1920. Now it's 2040. And now it's what? It should go up by 120. So 2160. Yep, that's correct. It's all additive now. But yes, frankly, this is how a standard upgrade should work the entire time. It only makes sense for the more upgrades you spend to be slowly less and less efficient rather than it being even more efficient, hyper efficient. I'm also too lazy to do the math for when the efficiency of these upgrades like go below the original efficiency of the banana farm, if that makes any sense. Feel free to do the math and let me know what your results are. I'm just gonna keep blindly upgrading for now, though. And frankly, I think it'd be a lot of fun just like having only one farm and seeing how much this can make. How much can it actually carry us in terms of the money made? Well, the thing is, if I'm gonna go send upgrades on a tower, then unfortunately, do have to care about the efficiency at some point. Because, yeah, I can't afford to keep popping and dumping so much money. You know, that's not something I do unless it was like a certain type of hero. But I digress. Let's go for... yeah, we'll keep going for it until maybe around 80 or so. That's when the Plasma Accelerator might start to fall off. I should definitely take a look at how much money we're making per round now. But thankfully, because these upgrades are additive, I don't need to really do math. It's just making 2.2 times more money and shooting at 2.2 times more speed. Quick maths, that means the mana farm is making almost 5 times the amount that it was originally. So, yep, I'm just looking at the cell cost and it is hyper efficient still. Because we got 5 times the potency for only, I think, 3 to 4 times the cost. How about now, though? 2.5 and 2.5 equaling 6.25 times more money. This round here should turn out interesting. So we started at like 380k, and we're now up to 447, $60,000 per round. Yep, nothing like a casual. I can afford a Ray of Doom from one farm in one round. Quick maths, guys. We now have about 12x efficiency on the farm. Still efficient, still cost efficient. Let's make it 30 and 30. So that's very easy math. 16 times efficiency. And I've had to estimate that's 10x the original cost. So catching up, but it's pretty slow. Let's just get the Ray of Doom now to get it over with. Shall we start buffing this thing? I definitely think so. Now, I feel like I should get a tower that benefits in force to appease the people who, you know, love range upgrades. Range appears upgrades to death. But let me do that after I get a couple upgrades here. So let's start with 10 and 10. So now our Ray of Doom is quadrupled in damage. Again, quadruple for like 3 times the cost. Not bad. I'm also very lazy, so let me just get this so I can auto-collect the BRF. No buying upgrades on this thing. Let's send upgrades on this thing. Also, can I take back what I said earlier? The OP-ness of this mod has not really been taken away because of the additive effects. Like, we have $1 million in round 92. That should be almost illegal. We're going, like, far too ham with this. But I guess if you think about it, if the Ascendant upgrades was still multiplicative and it worked on for farms, like, you can imagine it gets even crazier than this. So 25x capacity, $6,500 per crate. Now to think about it, maybe there was never a time where the efficiency tails off, because remember, the cost of these upgrades, like, the stepping stone is only 500 now, so 25k is really not that bad. I mean, it will tail off at some point, but that point will be very far from now. 50 and 50 now. Sheesh. Anyways, here's our 4x Ray of Doom going to work. Yup, that's definitely 4 times the power. Okay, think ISAB. What has low pierce? Well, I think I can only go for the obvious, guys. The Tack Zone. Why not? I already shown it before, but who doesn't want to see a high pierce attack again? So, I would assume I just upgrade it evenly. And we'll let it go to work. We'll start at 222, 2x, 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 for a total of now 8 times the effectiveness of the Tack Zone. But because the base cost of tower is pretty low, it's technically not as efficient, with it costing like over 10x the amount. Alright, I guess in the meantime we could test out the efficiency of those quote-unquote attack speed buffs earlier. So Jungle Drums does increase its effectiveness, I think, if you get attack speed. But that's only a 1% increase, right? Because 10% of 15 is, well, that. It's actually 17.6 to be exact, but you know what I mean. That means it'll take a while for us to actually notice the attack speed increase. So in that case, let's go ahead and get 10 so you can see. You guys see the Tack Zone getting faster and faster? Let's just go ahead and buy, I don't know, 40 of them. Yep, that's definitely noticeable of a difference. In fact, we could just drop a Dart Monkey to show you. Here it is. Oh, wait, what? It's shooting at the same speed. Is the jungle jumps buff not working? Or how about with Homeland then? Nope, that's still double the attack speed. Like, I was thinking the Homeland ability too would, like, increase it by 5x. But if I used it here, yep, that's still only 2x. Otherwise, it would have absolutely shredded the bat there. Rip. By the way, I did some testing earlier, and outbuff doesn't really work, in case you guys are wondering. We'll try Ascended Strength to see if it makes any difference, but I doubt it on this thingy here. We have infinite money at this point, so I don't care about wasting money. 1 million on this thing here. Yep. Same amount of damage on the start. We've already kind of broke the game at this point, so let's just go all the way to 100. I'm curious how much it will cost for this banana farm here. If I remember, previously with the 1k per increase, $10 million couldn't get us there. But this is much more affordable. You have 97, 98, 99, and 100. Totaling about, if you include the extra sellback, $8 million for this banana farm. With 100 attack speed and strength, giving 11 times 11, 121 times the amount of money. Sheesh. And yep, my quick math here is telling me that its efficiency is still better than it was without Ascended upgrades. So yeah, let's try another tower that benefits well from Pierce. How about Copper Spikes? It might be pretty laggy, but I'm prepared. I might need a new PC at this point by the amount of, like, crazy OP modded stuff that I'm trying out here. How about, let's say, 20 on each for a total of 3x potency. Pierce, attack speed. Actually, does attack speed even work on the Copper Spikes ability? Doesn't look like it to me. It's probably just the main attack, so this might not be worth upgrading as much. You don't see that every day, do ya? We'll stop at 30, 30, 30 on our attack. Let's start jumping rounds now. How about we see how quickly an F-Bat dies with this much damage on the attack. If we gave it a Super Brittle, it would do much better. It's actually pretty weak. But that's, again, because it's buffless. Carpet should definitely clear out the map, though. Yep. Pierce coming in really handy there. Okay, Solo Tack Zone. We're just going to ride solo now with the Carpet of Spikes. 40, 40, 40, 5 times each one. I know I said I probably shouldn't have done speed, but it's fine. I'm just curious, like, how a tower that usually, like, gets Pierce capped does against, well, really dense rounds in free play here. Surprisingly holding its own. Or did I speak too soon? No, it's actually pushing on us a little bit. Okay, how about a Homeland help us out then? That should double the potency. Oh my god. Yup, they just cleared out everything that got by our carpet there. What more do you have to see in this guy? Well, I guess lastly, before we swap it out, around 200. Can we beat it? Almost certainly. I mean, that just goes to show you just, like, how good it is against single target, how bad it is against our group of other stuff. Okay, we'll get rid of it, and we'll put our focus back on the Ray of Doom. We only happen to get 10 upgrades on this guy, but let's see how much we need for it to solo, like, the 200s here. How about at least 40 and 40 here? Let's see, our 40 and 40 is doing, like, 200k DPS, but no, it's pretty weak. It's pretty weak. We need, as much as I can spend, I guess. How much attack speed do I need to allow us to beat this round? Well, I'm nearing 100 upgrades territory on Ray of Doom. Yet it is still a problem. How about a Homeland? It's only attacking single target right now. Oh, it's pretty low. Only 100,000. Come on. The speed of these boons are scary, but luckily, again, the attack speed allows us just to wipe it off instantly. Nice, nice, nice. Not much else to see with the Ray of Doom, I guess. Let's go for the Mad. I've probably already shown this already in the past, but we gotta see the hypersonic Mad missiles and them doing, like, crazy amounts of damage. I guess if you think about it, Ray of Doom's kind of lame because you can't really see the attack speed, like, when it comes to that. But this, you can definitely clearly see it much stronger. Come on. Do we have enough to stop it? We have 101. I went overboard there. Now with Homeland, oh my god. And you thought a max buff Mad Max was crazy. Well, take a look at this, guys. Okay, one last thing here. If Village didn't work, I'm not sure if NG would work, but it is an ability. So we should be able to easily tell if the Mad gets, like, 6x stronger. Here we go. Is that 6x stronger? Well, okay, maybe I'll Ultra Boost Dart Monkey. This is easier to see 7x of. Because, I mean, the Mad was already shooting really fast before, if you know what I mean. So we've come off. Let's try. It is working. It is working. All right. I guess the passive buff doesn't work, but it needs to be an ability. What can I say, guys? This Ascended Upgrades update goes hard. I think even the passive gets increased. Like, one Ultra Boost stack probably gets us, like, a permanent 70% attack speed, just looking at the Dart Monkey. Shooting really fast there. Okay, let's sell it now. Okay, now lastly, for real, let me show you that the Perm Brew does not work. As you see, this Dart Monkey shoots very, very slowly, even with 40 and 40. And I think that's all I want to see here, for at least for today. But one last thing. Let's skip to the last round. Round 300, we will 100x Ascended attack speed boost the Mad here. So don't mind just a casual 3 million DPS. Absolutely wiping out round 300. Again, I was severely wrong that this thing wouldn't be that OP. Because this is even more OP than I think the first run I did of this ever. Well, GG, I hope you enjoyed. If there's something else you want me to ascend, something else you want me to test with this update, then let me know. Because as always, there's always never enough time to showcase every single tower, and usually it's more fun to focus on several of them rather than spend 1 second on 200 upgrades. Anyways, that's all I have to say. See ya.